if you have a crowd of people and they independently make a judgment, and they all independently think something through, you can sort of average it out and you'll get to a pretty good idea. Sort of, you had like a bag of marbles and you asked every single person how many marbles there were, and everyone thought about it independently of one another. The average answer would be pretty good. But the problem is that in most cases, the decisions don't end up getting made individually. People are influenced by one another as they make them. And when you have a crowd dynamic in which people are drawing conclusions because they're looking to one another, that's where the crowd is untruth. And I think it was Aristotle who said that man differs from the other animals in his greater aptitude for imitation. So this is it's a very deep part of human nature. It's how kids learn parents by copying. Kids learn language by copying their parents. It's how culture is transmitted in our society, but it's also how very many things go wrong. And I've, the slightly extreme formulation I have of this is that there's this strange phenomenon in Silicon Valley where so many of the successful entrepreneurs seem to be suffering from a mild form of Asperger's or something like this. And I think we always need to flip this around and ask the question. Why is it that the people who are not suffering from Asperger's are at a disadvantage in our society, where they're in effect talked out of their interesting original ideas before they're even fully formed, and you sort of pick up on all these subtle cues from people. Oh, that's a little bit too strange. That's too weird. I better just go ahead and open that restaurant or do something sort of super conventional, which lots of other people are doing, and probably is at the end of the day weirdly not going to be that effective. They are perhaps can be criticized for being somewhat low on the conviction level, and if you put all these people in a hothouse environment for a few years, and they sort of look to one another and try to figure out what to do with their lives, it's not clear at all that sort of process gets you to the right answer. And so I think this is something to be aware of. And again, I think it's unfair to just criticize business school students, because we're all subject to this, and it's disturbing how powerful something like advertising is. We always think of advertising. Who are all these stupid people who watch these TV ads and who these ads work? And the disturbing answer is that it's all of us to a much larger degree than it should be.
Yeah.